All right, so Bill Burr just gave the best marriage advice. It's
You are the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Currently, I am getting along with my wife better than I ever have in the 20 years that I've known her. Yeah, I figured something out. I had this thought I've never had before. I started thinking about how fast my marriage was going by. I was like, God damn, I've been married almost friggin' 11 years at this point. And I started thinking like, you're not in it. I love when people do that. I've been married for 45 years. Be like, woo! It's like he could have her chained to a radiator. All right? So I just started thinking, man, we've been together for like 11 years, and then I just started thinking all these stupid fights I'm having with her. I don't remember what half of them are about. She agreed to spend her life with me, and I'm being this curmudgeonly asshole, and I'm kind of ruining a little bit the one life she has. So at that moment, I was like, you know what? I think in the back nine, I'm just going to try to be a little more agreeable. Just try to go with the flow. A little more. Now, I didn't think this was a big adjustment to my relationship. Turned out to be huge. I didn't realize I was that f***ing disagreeable. Evidently, I was, because I quickly noticed my wife talks to me in a regular voice, She doesn't like what I say. She'll give me shit back. She breaks my balls or whatever. But I noticed, though, whenever she was going to ask me to do something with her that she thought maybe I didn't want to do, all of a sudden she would take on like this eggshelly kind of voice, She'd be talking normally, going out tonight, you can do some stand-up? All right, cool. Then all of a sudden she'd just be like, hey, listen, there's always some sort of inanimate object that she was playing with. Yeah, hey, wanted to talk to you about something. Really like timid, like she was trying to figure out which wire to snip so the bomb wouldn't go off. Like, yeah, hey, listen, a friend of mine said there's a new restaurant that opened up. It's supposed to be really good, and I don't know, I was thinking maybe we could go out one night, have a date night, see if it's actually as good as they say. Now, the old me would have been like, oh, yeah, great, fantastic. I'm only on the road 41 weeks out of the year. God forbid I spend one night on my own goddamn couch. I mean, Jesus Christ, why don't you just take me to LAX, stick me on a plane and get me back out there? Am I even a person to you? Or am I just a ATM machine? Is that what it is? That was the old me, but not new Bill. No, sirree. I just went like, all right, cool, sounds like fun. And she was like, really? And I was like, yeah. And I swear to God, she went, yay. And then she came over and she gave me the sweetest little peck on my cheek. Yeah, I felt that jolt of love you feel in the beginning of the relationship. It took me by surprise and she walked out of the room. I was like, wow, what was that? I want more of that in my relationship. I'm going to try some more of this agreeing shit. This is pretty good. That's basically what it is. All you have to do to make them happy is just once a month agree to some shit that you would never do.
So tell me, what word did I think of when I saw this clip?
Yield.
Yes.
Wow.
Yield. And already early in our YouTubing journey has the word yield become a strong term.
Yes.
But it was because it was a breakthrough moment for me.
Yeah?
Yeah. Remember the therapist was like, Eric, why don't you just yield a little bit?
Yeah. And again,
Which is Bill Burr's term, agreeable. Just be a little bit more agreeable. And I got to say, it changed our marriage.
it did. And the thing is Eric is really easy going. Like, so easy going until he's not.
Yeah.
And then he's not agreeable.
What, a stick in the mud? Is that what it is?
Yeah. A curmudgeon, Scrooge,
Yep.
the Grinch
Mhm.
with a heart 2 sizes too small.
Yep. Yep.
And that's hard.
But what's interesting with the other part that I wanted to show you is because we not only did it remind me of the word yield, but it also made me think of couples that we know that come to mind where that's how the husband is, where not only is the wife walking around like, oh, is this guy gonna blow up right now? But the kids are the same way. They're looking like, okay, is this about to happen? Am I about to cut that wire and he's going to freak out because everything's all on eggshells?
Yeah, and that's really hard.
That's hard.
I would see sometimes women who would use like a baby voice around their significant other.
Oh, yeah.
And I never understood that, but I'm watching this and I'm like, oh, is that why
A little coping
the
mechanism.
baby voice is used?
Mm-hmm.
Because she probably realizes
Yeah, because you don't want to hurt a baby.
You know,
You use the baby voice because you're like, look, I'm just like a little baby. And nobody wants to hurt a
or
baby.
she's timid and shy and nervous.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Women are a lot. We're a lot. I'm a lot to put up with. You put up with a lot for living and being married to me, right?
Vice versa. But
People,
sure.
let me tell you about Eric in this relationship. People think Eric is suffering.
And suffering?
Well,
Who
I wouldn't
thinks
say in
that?
suffering, but people will be like, "Oh, you push Eric around. You got to get your way all the
Dang.
time."
That's what people think about
people
you?
have said that. You are aware of that. You are aware.
know.
I don't know
I'm
why you're playing coy.
I'm playing coy.
But I will be like, these people don't know. These people don't know this man
It's true.
and what I put up with. And Eric is a great man. All right, he's a great man, and I know I am one of the most blessed women to get to have this man by my side.
Oh.
I am. I mean that with my whole
Well,
heart.
the feelings reciprocated
But like today he hurt my feelings
a lot
because he was grouchy with me all day.
all day.
And it's not to say you can't have a bad day, because you can have a bad day or
Mhm.
2 or 3. You can have as many as you need. But he was not agreeable
I was
with me or the
ornery.
children.
Yeah.
And it just makes the day a lot harder
Yeah.
when you're stuck there all day long.
Yeah.
And
I had to take a drive and just repent. I came home, I was like, yeah, I'm sorry. I was just before the Lord, like, man, I need to change my attitude because it was wrong.
it's hard. And women can be needy,
Mm-hmm.
and we can want a lot of things, and we can use you like an ATM machine. And I get that that's exhausting
Mm-hmm.
for the male species. I get that. But I think that word yield is, it's important for both parties, not just
Mhm.
you.
Hmm.
We were at the studio 2 days ago, it was just yesterday, and someone had watched our early podcast, which you should link, about
Mhm.
that word yield.
Yeah.
And he wanted one thing, and I wanted one thing, and she's like, feels like somebody's not yielding in this situation. I was like, dang it. Now that
Dang
we're
it.
doing this
Now it's out
channel, people are going to be looking at us being like, do you
Wait
follow
till
your
our
own
kids
advice?
get a hold of it.
Oh, man. It's been making me realize that we need to step up our game of like, if we're giving out this advice, not that we have to be perfect, but
Yeah.
people are watching more closely now. So both parties,
Yeah.
myself included, can work on being more agreeable. I don't need, and I shouldn't want everything to go the way that I want. That's not
Mhm.
healthy. That's not seeing you. That's not honoring you. That's not meeting you where you are. And for you,
Mhm.
yielding is because that's part of living with me in an understanding way,
Yep.
and caring for me and seeing me. But I think Bill Burr's advice is good,
And that's something.
but I think it goes both ways.
Bingo. Cool.
Happy marriage.
Well done.